So I watched this movie the other night called The Substance with Demi Moore. And it's funny because I was just reading the comments and Tommy's Touch was like, you got to watch this movie. You have to watch it. Um, I kind of have like mixed feelings on it, okay? I guess you could say spoiler alert because I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Okay. So the point of the movie is that, Debbie Moore now, who was, I guess, a fitness model, she was very famous, was getting older. And obviously, as you get older, you lose that appeal. They want the young meat, right? They're like, we don't want the old meat. We want the young meat. So basically, she just felt like her career was going down the tubes because she's older now and nobody's paying any interest or attention to her anymore. So she came across, I guess, this, obviously, you could say, not FDA approved, most likely, right? This is like one of those in the black market, under the table drugs that makes you young again, okay? It had a little touch of the Nutty Professor. You remember with Eddie Murphy? It had a little, the screenplay, with taking away the comedy, obviously, effect of it. There was no comedy effect, but it had a little touch to me of the Nutty Professor. Okay, so basically the point of this drug is it actually doesn't make you young. It actually transforms you into two parts, where you got your old part and you got your young part. You might say, well, how is that possible? Well, basically, your old body rips open through the back, like as if you're giving birth, and the young, your young self comes out of the old body. And basically, so what happens is it kind of goes like this, right? When the young body is awake and vibrant and everyone loves you because you're super young and so I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah, I came out of my old self's back. Yeah, and that's a fact, right? Okay, so while the young girl is now, everyone loves her. She's super young and she's getting all those big fitness parts again. She's becoming a superstar all over again. Of course, nobody knows that this is the same person that Demi Moore was. They think this is just a new, young and vibrant young woman. The old part of the body is like kind of in like a sleep. But now this is where it kind of gets into like a Frankenstein type of situation now. They took a lot of different parts from a lot of different movies. Apparently, I don't know exactly what they're getting out of the old body, but she's taking like a needle and she's taking out some kind of substance. I guess that's what it's called, because I guess that like once you take this substance, you need to now take out this liquid form of the substance, and then you have to inject yourself with it. Now, here's what the problem is. Every time you take out this substance from the old body and you inject it into the new body, the old body is like getting really, really FUBAR, effed up beyond all recognition. Like you're totally just destroying it, to the point where she's starting to become like a friggin' noachback, hunchback, excuse me, hunchback of Notre Dame. Forgive me, I'm a little shy right now. She's becoming like the elephant woman, the elephant man. She's becoming all messed up. Like I'm talking about disgusting, disgraziata, all screwed up. So now here's the thing. It actually works the same way, vice versa. So now there's a time where the young girl goes to sleep. You understand? And now the old woman wakes up. Now she looks at herself in the mirror. She's like, why do I look like all screwed up for? Why do I look like shit? Like, she looks like her hands look like they're 120 years old. Her nails are falling off. Her teeth are falling off. Everything. Her whole face, her whole body is crumbling up like friggin' Parmesan cheese. You understand? Okay. So she's obviously, as you can imagine, pissed off. Big time pissed off, right? So now she injects that same substance from the young girl and injects it into herself to make herself feel better, to make herself revive and look a little better. But then once again, by doing that, she's now screwing up the young girl. The young girl's getting all effing messed up. She's starting to look like the elephant woman, right? So basically it becomes this kind of competition, okay, where, like, in other words, like Debbie Moore, the older woman's like, let's keep it fair. Don't mess me up so much, and I won't mess you up so much. But obviously that's not the case, because as soon as that young girl sees that little like fatty piece of whatever you want to call mass on her ass, like she was doing her little like fitness show, let's get physical, physical. And everyone's taking the picture. Dennis Quaid, the great actor, is in it too. He's like the head director of I guess the whatever you want to call this show, the fitness show. I want to get physical, and all of a sudden this big fatty piece of like I don't know what you want to call it, muscle tissue comes out of her, like on her butt. So she's like, oh my God. She goes, I need a break. So she has to go get some of that, substance out of the old Demi Moore to get rid of that fatty ass tissue that she got on her butt, right? But once again, not to reiterate, but every time she does that, Demi Moore gets even more ugly and more effed up. But now the girl goes on a complete rampage, the young girl. Because it's like every little thing is bothering her. Every little wrinkle, every little fatty piece of ass, whatever is bothering her. So she starts injecting so much substance out of Demi Moore. Now that by the time Demi Moore wakes up, it's really bad now. Now it's gotten to the point where she looks like the most scariest effing monster that you could possibly imagine. Just really, really messed up. So now she goes crazy, and she's like, there's an option where you could terminate it. In other words, you could stop the whole process. There's this I guess there's like a call center. It's called the substance call center, where you get this guy on the phone. This guy's definitely a very cold-hearted guy. He kind of like just wants nothing to do with you every time you call him, He's like, what do you want? How can I help you? And every time that you try to talk to him, he gives you the most short and sweet answer just to get you off the phone. Remember, you are both the same. The old and the young are the same. Bye, ding! And he hangs up, But now she finally got to the point, the older Demi Moore, where she's like, I want to end this. I want nothing to do with this. He goes, do you want to terminate? I want to terminate. He goes, but you can't go back. See, that's the thing, is that you can't. So whatever damage took place where she looks like, I don't know. She looks like something I released after I ate a 10-patty Whopper. You understand? Very disgusting. She don't look good. Okay? So what the guy was trying to make her understand is that if you terminate now and you, I guess, kill off your young self, whatever damage took place to your old self will remain indefinite, forever. Okay? Will remain forever. So long story short, she decides she's so angry at how she looks. She sticks the terminating needle into the young self, but she couldn't go through with it. She could not go through with it, okay? And basically, the young girl wakes up, has a complete friggin' nervous breakdown, beats the living shit out of Demi Moore out of anger. You want to kill me? You want to kill me? And she just goes crazy, beats the living shit out of her. Long story short, now because Demi Moore got at least half, the older Demi Moore got at least half of that termination shit in her, it messed her whole shit up. Like the young girl was a disaster. The young girl was a mess. Now she broke the golden rule. The golden rule is you could only inject yourself like with the original substance. Now, I'm not talking about the substance material that's inside both of them. I'm talking about the original. When it first starts, you could only inject yourself one time with that. And deadly, deadly consequences if you inject yourself twice. So basically that's what happened. She injected herself with it, the younger girl, because she was a mess, with the original substance. And let's just say, you ever seen the movie The Fly? Let's just say The Fly looked better than her. Okay? So I know I pretty much gave away the whole movie. That's why I said spoiler alert. But check it out if you haven't seen it already. Look it up. You have to buy it or rent it or subscribe. So God bless. It's a good movie to watch, though. It's a very good movie, okay? The Substance. Review from the Ape Father. Oh!